Okay, so we start off with a new chapter, which is for CS Executive, it is chapter 13, General Meetings, and for CA people, it is chapter 7, Management and Administration. Some of the portions of that has been covered in another chapter. Okay, so General Meeting is, again, I already shared the schedule, how CA, Inter and CS is combined. So that way you can check that schedule. Chapter 7 is a part of chapter 13 and one more chapter where we discuss registers. So now coming back to general meeting. All of you know that there are two types of meeting which happens in a company, right? One type of meeting is known as board meeting and one type of meeting is known as general meeting. Board meeting le enna irukke only directors dana meet pannanga, correct? General meeting le enna irukke shareholders o varuvanga, correct? இப்போ general meeting தானே two types of general meeting is there. எந்த two types இருக்கு மேம்? ஒரு AGM தானே or EGM. AGM தானே எல்லார் பேருக்கே தெரியும், annual general meeting. 1 yearly once தானா, correct? EGM only lot of people have confusions. How many times can you have a EGM in a year? Can anyone give me this answer? AGM is once in a year. EGM how many times in a year? Nothing is prescribed. You can have any number of times EGM. Alright? EGM any number of times can happen in a year. ஒண்ணுமே ஒரு number fix பண்ணிட்ட எந்த மாதிரி இல்ல. இப்போ what type of business is done in AGM? AGM தானே already business decided இருக்கு. இந்த businessக்கு என்ன சொல்வாங்க? Ordinary business சொல்வாங்க. Ordinary business தான் நாலு type of business இருக்கு. இது already decided இருக்கு. இது மட்டும் தானே AGM ல it will happen. Plus any special business also can be discussed if required. EGM le what business is discussed? Only ORSR means ordinary resolution, special resolution. OBSB means ordinary business, special business. No connection between both of them. Only the word ordinary special dana common irke. Otherwise no connection between any of them. So anyone who thinks for special resolution EGM irke na, indha madri illa. EGM le dana special business irke. Okay, not special resolution. Okay, special business can happen in AGM or EGM. Ipo what type of special business? Or per enna sonna na emergency business tha. What is emergency? What type of emergency you think? EGM. Any emergency example you give? In case of death. Whose death? Company is not dying. Director's death. Okay. Anything else? Director's death is an emergency. Okay. Anything else? Mukesh Ambani dies. Emergency. Anything else? Any other example? Past special resolution. I am asking what emergency? They told emergency case only EGM we will call. AGM happens once in a year. EGM will happen for some emergency. So what can be an emergency? Director dying, he told. Okay, anything else? Dispute amongst shareholders. Okay, good one. Good try. Any other thing? Company is about to get insolvent. Okay. Alright. For whatever reasons you told, for this board meeting will be called, not EGM. Okay. If a director dies, board meeting will have a meeting and appoint someone else. Alright. Members are not involved. Any fire catches, Air India flight crash aache, Tata will have a board meeting or members meeting? Board meeting. Alright. So, emergency madri onnome illa for which members will be called. I am a shareholder of Reliance. I am also a member. What emergency decision they will take my opinion? Honestly tell me. They will not take any opinion for emergency. They will only call me when in the Companies Act they are saying you can't do this without members' approval. That time only they will call us. Yes or no? Otherwise they will take the decision. No, why they will ask me? I don't even know what is going on in the company. Got it? So, EGM के full form enna irukke? Extraordinary General Meeting. So many people think that something extraordinary happens in this general meeting. Nothing extraordinary happens. Ordinary things happen in AGM. Anything which is not ordinary will happen in EGM. Alright. So what is ordinary business? There are four, no need to write anything right now, later we will see. There are 4 types of ordinary business, which is A, D, D, A. We call it as Adda. Okay. What is this Adda? A is for annual accounts laying down. Whatever annual accounts you have prepared, it will be laid down in front of the members in the AGM and they have to accept it and approve it. Second D enna irukena? Dividend. Dividend will be declared. No need to write down, I told already. Okay, okay. So, okay, fine. That you can write down. This one I will make you write down later. D ledana dividend. What is dividend? What is dividend? Correct. Whatever is the profits of the company, in the profits ke or percentage dana shareholders ke kudupange. Idike enna solvange? Dividend. So this dividend is declared in the AGM only. Next D is directors ke appointment confirm ago inge da. Alright. They are appointed in board meeting also, but that confirmation is done in the AGM. Next is your auditor. Auditor ke appointment and remuneration will be done again in the AGM. Apart from this, anything else which requires members' approval is known as special business. AGM le, like for example, you want to sell off a factory of yours which is into tie and dye, that is more than 25% of the income of the company, 25% of the asset of the company is in that factory. You want to sell off. According to Companies Act, directors cannot take that decision. They have to ask members, shareholders. So that is why they have to pass that resolution in the general meeting. Now they decided it in August and September itself AGM is coming. So they were like, let us discuss this in the AGM itself. So special business can be discussed in the AGM also. Ipo AGM is over. Now it is the month of October, November. In December they are planning to sell that factory. Do you think they will wait till next year to take approval? So they told December itself na AGM dana over aichepo, next year only it is there, let us call for a EGM. EGM, what can you discuss? Only special business. Ordinary business plus special business in AGM, in EGM only special business. ORSR is not connected to OBSB. OR means more than 50% people say yes, it is OR. More than 75% people say yes, it is SR. Okay. This also I will explain to you in detail shortly. ORSR, what it is. Okay. So this is what is your general meeting and 2 types of general meeting. Alright. Now what is a meeting? What is a meeting? What do you mean by meeting? You have meetings, no? With friends, with family. What is meeting? Gathering. People come together, discuss, decide something. Idike dana enna solvanga? Meeting. Evado per venu or meeting ke? Minimum. Randa per venu illa or meeting ke? Right? Companies Act is also saying that. Randa per venu meeting ke. But Companies Act always has some exceptions. So in exception it is saying sometimes even one person can have a meeting. OPC. One person can have. In a place where directors are, members, directors ke or issuer ke, they are like, we cannot see each other, we are not coming for itself. No one is coming itself. Enna panla? Apro NCLT will tell, ningur per vande tell, meeting valid irke. They are not coming, now leave it. See now, if supposing 100 students have joined, one day, some after maybe 2 months, na everyone is like, you are rambo tough fire ke mudiyade, only one person is coming. What to do? I will teach for that person, no? Are you able to understand? So this has sometimes even one person can constitute a valid meeting. So let's study this. Meeting may generally be defined as a gathering or assembly or getting together of a number of persons for transacting any. This is interesting. If all of you meet one day, it is meeting, and for what purpose you have met? You want to murder someone. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಕಂಪ್ನೀಸ್ ಆಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಮೀಟಿಂಗ್ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಕಂಪ್ನೀಸ್ ಆಕ್ಟ್ சொல்வாங்க if you have met to transact any lawful business only then a meeting. illana we don't call it as meeting. So transacting any lawful business. How many persons should be there? 2 persons. Therefore one shareholder usually cannot constitute a company meeting even if he hold proxies for other shareholders. Need not understand this right now, later I will teach you proxy. However, in certain what circumstances? Even one person may constitute a meeting. And what have I written in the bracket over here? Who is NCLT? National Company Law Tribunal. So this NCLT will sometimes direct the company ஒரு பேரு வந்துட்டனா சரி ஓகே இந்த valid meeting இருக்கு. Are you able to understand this? This has to be coming from NCLT. Alright, now let us understand what is secretarial standards. That day when I taught you, the first day law, I forgot to tell you secretarial standards. Remember the first day I taught you law? What is law? Act, rules, regulations, ordinances, notifications. I forgot to add secretarial standards. Secretarial standards also is a very, very important part of law. What is secretarial standards? It sounds something like for company secretary only, no? It is that only. There are 2 SS. One is SS1, one is SS2. There are actually more than 10-15 SS. But what is secretarial standards? Who makes these secretarial standards first of all? ICSI makes it. After that, it has to be approved by, generally everything is approved by CG only. So it has to be approved by central government. Once this is done, all companies have to follow secretarial standards. Alright, many secretarial standards. Now what is secretarial standards, ma'am? Secretarial standards dana, for example, Companies Act solrange have 4 board meeting in a year. Rules solrange how much should be the gap between them, who all should come, idiyella. Secretarial standards will go much more in detail. What time they should come, chairman is not there na, who should take care of the meeting, when should you upload the minutes, how many what you should do. Rambo detail ah solvaanga eppadi meeting ke nadakano, how the meeting should be carried out. Idi pati Rambo details le it is mentioned in secretarial standards. There are 2 secretarial standards which has been approved by CG, which is SS1 and SS2. SS1 talks about board meeting and SS2 talks about, okay. So how general meeting should happen? You have to see the section also, you have to see the rules also, and you have to see the secretarial standards also. How board meeting has to be conducted? You will see the sections, act, rules and secretarial standards also. Is this clear? What is secretarial standards? Naraya secretarial standards ICSI has brought about, but CG has not approved, so it is not mandatory on the companies. This too is mandatory to be followed by all companies. Is this clear? What is secretarial standards? Any doubt? Doubt irukada? So secretarial standards is SS2 talks about which meeting? It is issued by ICSI, approved by CG, mandatory to be followed by all companies, applicable on all companies except and any other company which CG may exempt. Is it clear? What is meeting? Corporate collective decision making. How will a company make decisions? Company is an artificial person. Natural persons are required to make decisions. Every decision pannuvaanga, board le it will have decisions. Board, if it meets na, how will it meet? Either it will meet by meeting or it can take decisions by Circulation. What is this circulation? Maybe meeting cannot be held. So one resolution is decided, and that resolution is like we are planning to appoint Mr. So and so as a director. This is his thing, that is the thing. In the Madhya, decision will be there. That will be circulated to all the directors. They have to vote and send back whether they are yes or no. So without having a meeting, by circulation, we can take a decision. Alright. So sometimes in the circulation, some directors may feel like, I cannot take a decision like this, or what meeting panno. When we have a meeting, we discuss, then only we can take. Then meeting has to be done. So board will take decision in 2 ways. Which 2 ways? By meeting and by circulation. How members will take decision? One is general meetings, which we are going to study in this chapter, and one is, what is class meeting? If I call all the students of Shilpi's Academy, it is general meeting. If I call only CS Executive Module 1 students, it is class meeting. Understood? 10% preference shareholders only should come. Class meeting. Understanding? Only this particular group of shareholders are coming, class meeting. General meeting, all shareholders varuvange. After general meeting, every decision you will take in both the class and general meeting, this is how you will take decisions. There are 3 ways. You do a meeting, and in the meeting we will have a resolution. Resolution means what? By voting. So how will you do the voting? This is a physical meeting, right? Resolution in meetings means it is a face-to-face or physical. Face-to-face classes we will say, no? Resolution in the meeting is basically face-to-face. So how we are doing the voting in this? Show of hands, all of you know. Meeting is there, only 20-30 people are there. How many of you agree with this? Raise your hands. This is the worst way of raising hands. Seriously. What is this? Hand is to be raised like this. Okay. So it is by show of hands. One. Second thing is by, all of you are above 18, I assume. Correct, no? Anyone voted till now? Okay. How did you vote? One equipment you will get. You will press the button. Demand by poll. So like, you know, poll also, like in Telegram and all, also polls and all will come, right? So that is demand by voting by poll. So sometimes in the meeting, when many shareholders are there, suppose 300 shareholders are there, very difficult to take voting by show of hands. So we will have a voting by poll. Next is what type of resolution? What do you mean by remote? Yeah, thank God you did not tell TV remote, AC remote. Remote dana, they are all in other places and they are doing e-voting. Okay, so companies have to now certain companies have to mandatorily give e-voting facilities. Okay, for example, all the listed companies. I have 10 companies list shares. I am a shareholder in all. Whenever they have to decide something, they will send an email. Resolution will be there, password will be there. I have to vote yes or no, and that certain time period will be there. Within that, you have to do it. When I teach you e-voting, if any email I am having for e-voting, I will show it to you in person how e-voting is done. That time, if something is there, I will show you. Alright. So this is what is known as remote e-voting. Sitting somewhere else, you are doing the e-voting. Next is what? Before and all, e-voting was not there, or inland type of letter used to be there. Everything used to come addressed in that. You have to open, tick either yes, no or not sure, tick. It was used to be self-addressed, close and send back. The company will receive everything for one time period will be given. Within 30 days, I have received now. This is the last date to receive. I will not entertain. Till that, whatever comes, they will count. Voting done. This is what is known as postal ballot. Clear this type of meetings is? Next, what type of decision making will happen? It will happen through debenture holders or creditors meeting also. What are the 3 types of members meeting? Already told you what is all this. Now let us study AGM. Very, very important. From here all the sections are. Okay, every section is very important. You have to remember the section. Whenever I ask you a topic, you have to tell me the section. Section 96. What is 96 section? AGM. AGM section 96. Now there are two types of business that is transacted at an AGM, correct? And the two types of business? Ordinary, special business. What is ordinary business? ADDA, which is this. Just read this. Did you read? Accounts, dividend, director, auditor. This special business. Anything extraordinary in an extraordinary general meeting? Nothing extraordinary. What is not ordinary except this four, everything else is special business, so it will be done in EGM. Any other item of business is known as what business? Special business. SS2 provides that board shall every year convene or authorize convening of a meeting of its members called AGM to transact ordinary business and even special business you can transact. I told you, right? AGM you can do what business? Ordinary business plus special business. EGM only. So AGM has to be called once in a year. Who has to call AGM? Board. See, the notice is actually sent by the company secretary. But who authorizes the company secretary to send the notice? Board of directors. It's a very, very important. 1 second. All right. Coming back, if the board fails to convene its AGM in any year, any member of the company may approach the prescribed authority. Who is this prescribed authority? Which may direct the calling of the AGM of the company. So what are they trying to tell you over here? Who has to call for the meeting? Board has to call for the meeting at least once in a year. If they don't call for AGM only, then as a member, you can go to NCLT, tell they are not calling for the meeting, then NCLT may direct the calling of the meeting, and in this case is only if only one person is there, it is a valid meeting if NCLT directs. This is important. How many times will you hold the AGM in a year? Do you know the difference between calendar year and financial year? What? नहीं सुनेंगे. You only. That's fine. Is what year? Calendar year is? Okay. Can I request you one thing? Can you sit a little more straight? You'll fall asleep anytime. Okay? You don't fall asleep, okay? You'll not fall asleep, no? Sit without support. Then you don't fall asleep. Imagine if I start sitting with support now and seeing your faces, imagine what will happen. So, when do you hold AGM? Once in each calendar year. Second is what? First AGM of the company should be held within from the. Hence, it shall not be necessary for the company to hold any AGM in the year of its incorporation. This is for which AGM? Subsequent means what? Second AGM onwards. Correct? Second AGM onwards dana ellar dana subsequent AGM. Subsequent AGM should be held within from the date of the closing of the, and gap should not exceed . Section 96 AGM. What is it? Once in a calendar year, right? Second is what? First AGM 9 months from the within 9 months. Correct? Let's check the word correctly. Within 9 months. Within 9 months from the closing of the first financial year. Alright. Second is what? Subsequent AGM, right? So, second AGM onwards, or you can write subsequent, whatever is comfortable. Subsequent AGM onwards within 6 months from the ending or closing. It is ending, no? Ending of the first financial year they have mentioned, right? Closing only they have mentioned. Okay. Within 6 months from the closing of the relevant, what do you mean by relevant? Whatever it is for that. Correct? When you forget section, sorry? Current financial year. For this case, current financial year. Correct. When we forget something in Companies Act, what do you do? Relevant section of the Companies Act 2013. You write a wrong section, you get 0 marks. Ella answer correct irke, section wrong irke na, marks 0 da. Alright, because that section is not matching with that content, so it is 0. Section 100% sure you should be. If you have a 10% doubt also, according to the relevant section of the Companies Act 2013. So within 6 months from the closing of the relevant financial year, next important thing is your gap not exceed 15 months. Alright. I will teach you everything, okay, in this. Then also when I ask with a question and example, no, hardly 1 or 2% will get it correct. That also I know. So pay special attention to this. Alright. In this, first what do we have to understand? First we have to understand what is a financial year. All of you told me what is financial year? 1st April to 31st March. That part all of you know, right? Now in the 9 months period, see something is written in one more sentence is written. For first AGM, within 9 months of the closing of the first financial year, year of incorporation and AGM will not be the same. Now let me tell you what is a financial year ending. Company के incorporation date irke 10th of May 2025. What will be the first financial year ending? 31st March. Okay. 30th December 2025. What will be the first financial year ending? Company got incorporated. Sorry, the incorporation date this is. Okay. Company got incorporated on incorporated all of you know, right? Company was born on that date. 30th December 2025. When will be the first financial year ending for that company? 31st March 2026. Any confusion till here? Oh no, confusion. Third company got incorporated on 10th of January after 10 days of the previous company, 10th of January 2026. When will be the first financial year ending of the company? 31 March. It will be 2027. Year and financial year ending year can never be the same. Absolutely clear? Year of incorporation for the third company is what? 2026. It is just 10 days after that second company if you notice. But year is what? Next year, 2026. So financial year ending cannot happen in the same year. Financial year ending will happen not within 3 months, it will happen next. So it will get 15 months for the first financial year ending. Is this concept absolutely clear? This year and this year can never be the same. It should always be the next. As simple as. Now, this part you understood, first AGM should happen within 9 months from the closing of the first financial year. So, first financial year you understood when will be the first financial year. Now, within 9 months you have to calculate. Always the financial year ending date will be what? Whatever be the year, date is always 31st March. Yes or no? Now, from here, that date also will be fixed or no always? Yes or no? What will be that date? Correct? Absolutely agree all of you? Next. Now come to subsequent AGM. What are they saying? Within? From what? Financial year ending only. Financial year ending is always fixed. How many months? This date will also always be fixed, no? What will be that date? Very good. I was waiting for this only.
October
30th September only, okay. It is 30th September. These two dates will also always be fixed. Absolutely clear with this? Gap of 15 months, you have to check from the previous AGM to this AGM. Gap should not be more than 15 months. Clear this is? Okay. Now you have to keep all this people happy. You have to keep 9-month and 15-month also happy. You have to keep 6-month and 15-month also happy. All these conditions you have to keep them happy. Means according to everyone only you have to do. Now I'll giving one illustration. You tell me the answers for that. Okay. Fill up the blanks. Don't cut, it is the same only. I am just making it little neat. Just fill up first AGM date. Up to which date should have, what is the last date to hold AGM? You can hold before that also, but what is the last date? That 9 months which I told you, no, that one. AGM, third AGM. Okay, we'll go with starting. First AGM for A Limited, the first company. 31st 12 2024. Okay, all of you agree with this? This is the last date up to which you can have first AGM. Doubt ikkada? Eppadi? 1/10/23 is the date of incorporation. What will be the financial year ending? 31st March 2024 plus 9 months from 31st March 2024. What is the last date? 31st December 2024. So any time up to 31st December 2024 they can hold the first AGM. Is this clear? Second AGM. Second AGM is what? Huh? What did I make you write for subsequent AGM? 6 months from? Correct. So calculate 6 months from 31st March. How much it will come? 30th September. 30th September, yes or no? From where did you get 31st December again? That is only for first AGM. Second AGM onwards, you can only have it within 6 months of the financial year ending, which is 30th of September. Year? Next year, Dana. Any doubt till now? Any doubt? Sure. Third AGM. What? This is the last date actually. This is the date which you are telling me is the last date. What will be for third AGM? Subsequent AGM dana, third AGM. So what? 30th? Is this clear? Subsequent AGMs will always be 6 months from the end of the financial year. I have already calculated and told you what is 6 months, what is 9 months. Correct? So 30th September, and for first AGM it is 31st December. Now second AGM, tell me. Sorry, second company B Limited, tell me. 31st December. This all of you got it? Why 26? Understood, no? Because financial year ending will be 31st March 26 only, no? So 31st December 26. Second AGM 30. Third? Any doubt till now? No doubt? Now third, I have told you what date they held the AGM. They can hold up to 31st December, but they did it early. When they did it, 31st August itself they did. Then when will be the second AGM date? From where you got 31st March? Financial year ending na 31st March. Apro? 6 months from what? Not the last AGM. 6 months from end of the financial year. So, any doubt till now? No? Last के सोलेंगे 31st December 2020. All of you agree? Okay. 2027. Now second AGM will be, this I have thought and told myself. The date is 30th September only, but they did it early. Okay, before that anytime you can do. Now the trick question is this only. Till now it was baby things. "15th? One second. You are saying 15th June 2029. You are saying 2029. Any other answer? Both are not the right answer. Both is not right answer. Any random date you tell. 31 December? Okay.
Year got to change out. 30 September 2031.
Last condition, pay attention. Gap should not be more than, correct. Gap should not be more than, do you know how to calculate 15 months? Mostly I always have to teach my students how to calculate 15 months. Immediately tell me from this number how it will be plus 15 months. On 1 year, how many months are there?
Almost 2 years after 2 years.
15 month, 1-5. So 15 months, how will you calculate from 15, 6, 28? 15, 6, 29, there are 12 months. Apro 3 more months you have to add, 7, 8, 9. Date, if you see if you see 6 months. So first you have to see 6 months. 6 months is what? 30th September 2029. Correct? So from here if you calculate 6 months, 6 months if you see na, it will be 30th September 2029. But you have to see the other condition also. So na, gap should not be more than 15 months. So 15, 6, 28 plus 15 month, right? How much it will be? 15 plus 3 over here. So 15, 9. Which is early? Which date comes early? 15, 9 or 39? So if you hold the meeting before this date, na, everyone is happy. Both are happy. Are you able to understand this? Moon conditions pakno. 12 months of pakno, after second condition se 6 months of pakno, gap of pakno. All of you make mistake in this gap and I don't know why you make mistake. 15 months you people will not calculate. Most of the students what they will do, no? 15/6/2028, okay. 15 months. So 15/6/2029, then they will calculate 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more. 1 year has 12 months, not 10 months. But you people will calculate plus 1 year and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 months. Most of the kids will do that. So you just have to see this date plus 15 months. Add 3 months in the month. Date as it is, year as it is. Will you be able to understand this basic concept? Correct? Have you understood this now? Till now it was looking easy, no? When I will only make you write this 4 lines, now everyone will be confident. 6 month, 9 month, 15 month, everything right. But question will not be asked like this. No, question will be given in a case study based format. So you should learn how to calculate it, right? Okay, it's already 7:40. I cannot continue further. This small part I will just tell and then we'll see this thing. Additional compliance is there for listed companies. What listed company have to follow? Top 100 listed entities there, no? For them it is not 6 months. For them it is only from the date of the closing of the financial year. Plus one-way live web telecast they have to give of the proceedings of the AGM. If you go to YouTube and find out Reliance AGM, it has been streamed live on YouTube because it is mandatory for top 100 listed companies to give a one-way live web telecast because everyone cannot attend the AGM. So that is why for these companies mandatorily they will stream it live for their members. One way means what? Members cannot communicate, only they can watch it. Is that okay for everyone? So this also you should remember, listed companies mandatory within 5 months and one-way live web telecast. OPC is an exception for holding AGM. Is that okay? Your homework is, yeah, this extension part also I'll tell, na, then it will be done. Yeah. What is extension? If you are not able to conduct the AGM within 6 months, no, registrar can extend it for for how much? Up to 3 months, okay. But for first AGM, you will not get any extension because first AGM already 3 months extra dana irke, 31st December le dana irke. Apro you will not get any extension. But for second AGM onwards, if you are not able to hold it for any special reason, you have to apply to registrar. They will give you 3-month extension. What can be the special reason? Fire, any issue like that. That also is not like if there is a special reason, na, registrar will extend. It's not like that. If it's a special reason, you can apply. It depends on the registrar whether it will approve or not approve. Is this absolutely clear? You do get questions from this part also and this part also. And this part definitely you get. So the entire AGM is important for question, case study based question you get. Your homework is to read all these illustrations. First illustration, second illustration, third, fourth, this question. Till here is your homework to read all these illustrations, alright. So we wrap up the class now. I have to give you one question to write. I'm thinking I'll not give you a writing practice today. This 4 illustrations which I have given you, no, to read, correct? Just practice writing for this itself. Practice writing this question itself, okay? I'll probably give you 2 questions more for homework. Sometime maybe tomorrow I'll give you on the WhatsApp group itself. Before the next class, just try to practice those questions, okay? Right now, what do I want to do? I want you to go through what has been taught in front of me and ask me any doubt.